Hi, and welcome back. It's day 7 of the challenge. So Ollie and I wanted to give you a full picture of what it looks like to have a weekly practice. So not all the days are jamming days. There should be variety in your practice, in my opinion. You can have some vinyasa, you can have some longer practices, but some of the practices need to be more opening, some restorative, etc. And also with this series, throughout your quarantine, you can keep practicing these 7 videos for the next 2 months, or hopefully it's not that long, but for however long this thing draws on for. This can be your series of videos that you practice until you've mastered, and then you can start to integrate more of the conscious movement community videos. So today is all about restoring. In my opinion, there should be a day in your practice where it's just dedicated to restoring relaxation. And we're going to do that today by practicing pranayama and meditation. So we're going to begin today's class lying down. Now, it's very important if you're going to do a real dedicated pranayama practice, which I recommend as having a separate practice from the asana practice. We integrated it just for the sake of time throughout this quarantine challenge, but it should be a separate practice in and of itself, ideally, where it starts with the Shavasana, ends with the Shavasana, just like we're going to do today, to help to prepare the nervous system, like I alluded to at the beginning, being able to cool and help the energy to flow better in the body. So we're going to start off lying down flat in Shavasana. So turn your palms up, let your feet fall open. And just let your body relax. Take a couple minutes here just to relax. So feel yourself let go of the tension in your feet and in your legs. Let go where it feels blocked in your hip or in your abdomen. Let the muscles in the back relax. Relax the hands and the arms, the shoulders and the neck. Soften the jaw, empty the tongue. Let the eyes relax back, the temples soften. Let the skin on the face soften. Now, staying in this very calm, relaxed place, we'll start to observe the flow in and out through the nose. And similar to how we practiced in day 5, I want you to see if you can feel, if you can allow the body to free up the places where prana feels like it won't move so well. And now we'll start to practice slower, controlled breaths in and out through the nose. So what you want to do is you practice here, this is just a more sophisticated level of pranayama, I would say, than what we practiced earlier. And it takes time, like enough time in the practice, no rushing. If you can start to take longer, slower breaths in and out through your nose, but without straining or tightening up those places where the prana wasn't flowing. Pay close attention to the jaw, the shoulders, and the neck. So slow, deep breaths in and out through your nose. Good, Ollie. That's nice. You got it down. So once you feel like you've got this part down, you can take these slow, deep breaths without straining. Then the next thing to practice would be the Ujjayi pranayama, or the conqueror's breath. So with this breath, you make a slight constriction in the back of your throat. And you see if you can start to insert little pauses at the top of the breath and at the end of the breath without tensing up. Gradually lengthening the breath, but the breath should sound very smooth. There should be no sputters in the breath. That might be a sign you're trying to pull too much or take in too much breath. You could think of it like trying to learn a musical instrument, like particularly a violin or a reeded instrument, like a clarinet or something. Did you ever try to play the clarinet? It's so freaking hard. You gotta get it just right to make the smooth note. You angle it just wrong or try to blow too hard or not enough, then it won't make the nice smooth note. So over time, the smoothness of the sound of the Ujjayi breath, it's like you're playing the instrument through the back of the throat, drawing that sound. Then bend your knees and roll over to your side. Press up. And next we're going to practice a seated pranayama. So I'm going to recommend sitting on something soft. I didn't bring something soft. I got this block, but on a cushion or something. And now we're going to try to practice a Paloma Pranayama, which would be the next step in learning pranayama. So in the Paloma Pranayama, we're going to take a third of the breath in, another third up to the top. That makes 3/3, right? And then you'll breathe all the breath out. But you want to incorporate what we've been practicing, keeping everything open, that's training. It's most difficult sitting upright because you want to keep the spine open, balancing prana, apana, not overdoing. But when you sit upright, there's more of a tendency to strain. So the shoulders roll back, the chest is open without hardening your ribs. Gently tip your chin towards your chest. Let all the breath out, and then fill up the bottom third, middle, top, let it out. Bottom, middle, top, let it out. One more. Then lift your head up, open your eyes. Now, if you got it just right, you should feel super irie, which that's a term to say that you feel like almost a little like stony good feeling. That's what you're going for, but there's more clarity to it. So it's not quite like that other one. So we're gonna finish with legs up the wall, which is a great practice if you feel tension in the legs feel tired, if you've done a lot of walking, a lot of standing or sitting at a desk and there's, it feels like there's stuck energy in the legs. So I'm going to scoot the mat over to the wall. Hope you can see with that top one. And in this one, you don't want to jam your butt all the way against the wall because you want to be able to feel like your thighs and your hips can relax. So I could put my butt all the way against the wall, but it'll kind of feel like I get stuck. So if I go like maybe a foot away from the wall, it feels like the thighs can drop, the hips can drop. If you have tighter hamstrings than me, then adjust for your tight hamstrings. You might need to scoot further. But now just relax. Learn the lesson from Ali. He's like a Zen master of yoga. You just lie there. You've been there for like 3 hours. All right, so just let yourself completely give up. Let go. Now, if you're sensitive to it, you might feel the layers of tension in the legs starting to melt. Now bend your knees and roll over to your side. Press yourself up to seated. Come back over here so you can see what's going on. Sit up tall. Bring your palms together. Namaste. Hey, well, I just wanted to say that I really appreciate you giving this challenge a shot with me. I hope that it gave you a nice range of practice throughout this week, and that you feel like it's something that you want to stick with, practicing yoga. And yeah, so if you enjoyed this challenge, let me know if you enjoyed the variety and appreciated the different things that we worked on. And also, if you have any suggestions for future videos during our quarantine time together, drop them below, because I get most of my best ideas from you guys. In fact, what was I gonna say? Somebody from one of our community members, Ashley, gave me this idea to do this quarantine challenge. So yeah, I love hearing from you guys. I appreciate it. And that's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.